So I'm standing here today at the site of the Battle of Chippawa from July 5th, 1814. This was one of the final and bloodiest campaigns of the War of 1812, in which the American forces crossed the Niagara River, which we have over here through this tree line and along this modern road, to the south of here, took Fort Erie, and then marched up along the river into this field where they faced British forces. This was a unique battle in that for the first time in the War of 1812, Indigenous forces fought on both sides of the battle, with the Mohawk allies with the British and the Seneca allies with the Americans. This went back and forth for a few hours during the day, relatively equally matched forces of about 2,000 men on each side, a half dozen cannon on each side, and again, a mix of Indigenous forces on both sides in equal numbers. By the end of the battle, the British left the field. The Americans continued up north towards Fort George, and the campaign sort of ended, and by the end of the year 1814, the treaty ended the War of 1812. The battlefield today is a really small, just off a little highway along the river. Here we see the flags of the three different nations, with the Americans, Canadians, and a flag denoting the Indigenous forces here. For its size, it's pretty well preserved. These tree lines in the distance was where British light troops over here to the north, as well as American militia, and then on both sides again, Indigenous skirmishers fired out of these woods, while the main portion of the battle took place in this sort of open field here. So, relatively small conflict, very bloody for both sides. And it was this last push that sort of brought the war towards its conclusion in the coming months in December 1814.